Hi YouTube. So I wanted to share with you my recent foray into quitting diet soda. And there are a number of reasons for that. One is I've tried to institute a more healthy lifestyle over the last few years. If you've watched some of my other videos, I've become or started the paleo diet. I also use intermittent fasting as a daily routine. And so, one of the things that I've just had the hardest time quitting was my diet soda addiction. And there's been some recent research. Well, we think diet soda is not that bad for you because it has no sugar, right? And so that was what I always thought. But recent research has shown that it can have a number of negative effects. There have been some studies around cancer and other ailments, bone loss because of the phosphorus and the acid. But also something that really struck me was from my intermittent fasting routine is, during the fasting window, you don't want to have anything that's going to spike your blood sugar, and that keeps you in a state of ketosis. And so recent research has shown that artificial sweeteners like aspartame and some of the other ones they use in diet sodas can actually spike your blood sugar, which I'm not sure how the physics work, but the research is pretty profound in demonstrating that. So I wanted to at least try again to see if I can kick the habit. To give you a little bit of background, I have been drinking diet soda ever since I was a kid. So when I was a kid, I was kind of chubby, and so my mother had us on diet soda. Now back then, it was called Tab, T-A-B, which I believe was the original, diet soda. I'm not quite sure what sweetener they used back then, but I'm sure it was just as bad, if not worse, than what they're using now. And so I've never really drank regular sugary soda, and actually I hate the taste of it. But, ever since I was a kid, you got to have 1 or 2 cans of soda, and it is addictive. It's hard to believe, but if you're a big diet soda drinker, try going a couple days without it. You will crave it. And for me, just having that, even just 1 can, was so refreshing. And I would drink it during my fasting phase, and I found that it would kind of help me get, to my feeding window. And now I know why, because it was spiking my blood sugar. And so I finally quit. It's been about a month and a half or so since I quit. At this point, I don't miss it really at all, and have found other alternatives: a lot more water, mineral water, unsweetened iced tea. And not aspartame unsweetened iced tea. I mean just plain tea, plain green tea, and that has seemed to help quite a bit to kind of substitute for that craving. But I want to share with you the results I've seen so far, and if you're considering doing this, perhaps some of the results you may see as well. For weeks 1 and 2, I didn't really see much difference at all. And as a matter of fact, after week 2, I started to think that maybe I could start drinking diet soda again because there's really no difference. But then week 3 and 4 is when I really started to see a lot of changes. First, I started sleeping better, more soundly. I could get to sleep faster. And then the next thing, this was probably the most drastic change I've seen. And in the dieting world, they call this the whoosh effect, but it's where you just release a ton of water weight. And for about 2 or 3 days, I was having to go to the restroom every half an hour. And if I had to guess, 3 or 4 gallons of water just flushed out of my system. It was amazing. And all of a sudden, my pants feel looser, my other clothes feel looser, and then subsequent to that, and since then, every time I drink something, it's like I have to go to the restroom 30 minutes later. Whereas before, you drink a big glass of water, and I drink water quite a bit, and sometimes you go to the restroom, sometimes it's a few hours, but now as soon as I drink something, it goes right through me. And so, in doing a little bit of research, I think that has a lot to do with your kidneys are working a lot better without all that garbage, the soda and the sweeteners and all that kind of stuff. So that's probably the biggest change I've seen so far. Another one is reduction in carb cravings, and even though I'm kind of on a more paleo style diet, so it's not high carb anyway, and then I also practice intermittent fasting, I would still get these huge carb cravings. And sometimes I would be okay, just kind of passes over time, and then sometimes you just you fall off the wagon, and but these cravings were uncontrollable sometimes. It was amazing. I didn't know what it was, but I've had it for years, so I just assumed it was normal, and just from a lack of not eating too many carbohydrates. But so I haven't had those probably for 2 or 3 weeks where I like an unsatiable appetite for carbs. Have not seen that at all. And then I'd say that the next major change I've seen is better mood control. And not that I was a manic depressive or anything like that before, but it just seems like I'm more constant. I'm just more content more of the time, and things don't irritate me as much. And even something as simple as driving to work and how the traffic doesn't bother me as much. I'm not going to say it's a night and day difference, but it's a noticeable difference. And so, it's I haven't really changed anything else in my lifestyle or my diet other than stopping diet sodas. So I attribute all of these things to that. But I'm so glad I did it, and if you are considering it, I know it's tough in the beginning. Now, don't go from drinking diet sodas to regular sodas. Don't replace this with sugar, although it might not be as bad for you. That has a whole other host of issues with all the sugar intake. But so anyway, I hope this helps, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will put a link to my paleo and my intermittent fasting videos in the show notes or the video notes. So check those out if you're interested, and sure would appreciate if you'd like the video and subscribe. Thanks.